syndrome is already in with Dr. Victoria's. Well, thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming in. What's your name?
Marlene.
Marlene, hey, great name. Very rare syndrome is as much as I described it. Help me out.
Ferguson-Smith syndrome.
Ferguson-Smith, yeah?
Yeah. The tumours that grow rapidly, in most cases they'll then regress and die themselves, but they can be extremely painful. And
have you got them all your life?
Yeah, since I was nearly 9 years old I was diagnosed.
Now, I was reading, and Victoria's already here, that your dad had this syndrome.
Yeah, my dad's passed away now, but yeah, he had it. My dad lost all his face.
Did he?
Yeah, he lost everything. And
So,
everything removed.
It got worse as he got older, and you grew up watching that. That must be a fear then, that the same will happen to you.
Yeah, it's a massive fear. I always had a fear. I didn't want to lose my nose and stuff, but obviously I have, and I'm part of it. And my biggest fear is like my boys, my sons, whether they develop it as well.
I read that, and of course anybody would worry about their sons being in the same position, but you grew up watching your father deteriorate. You had a hard time at school, didn't you? People were...
Oh yeah, I had a real hard time. I mean, even now, looking like this, I still get a hard time.
Do you? You know what people... It annoys me this, but what? They make comments... Looks...
Yeah, I've always had people spit in my face for money at me.
Spit in your face?
Yeah, I used to do security, doorman.
I was going to say, I wouldn't disagree with you, by the way, looking at the size of you, but...
And I had a lot of people spit in my face, and typically yesterday, when we were here, we walked down the high street, and two girls come towards us, and one girl turned and said to the other, they looked at me, and they went, people like that shouldn't walk the streets.
That's disgusting. What's that like for you, Marlene? You know, the guy that you love, and...
Yeah, it's not nice, because I mean, I can see sort of he's in pain, and, you know, it's hard.
Is it cancerous lumps? That's what it is, yeah?
Cancerous tumour.
I know your fear is that the boys will be subjected to the bullying that you were subjected to. Vic, you come across this syndrome before?
It's very rare. It's not very common. I mean, as the name describes it, not many people would have heard of Ferguson-Smith syndrome. So it's, as you mentioned, cancerous-like tumours, which look exactly like squamous cell carcinomas.
Are they life-threatening? I mean, I'm going to ask that question.
These tumours, well, obviously can metastasize or spread. What they will eventually do is burn out, eventually die. The treatment is very limited. What can be done with them? Normally they're cut out, which leaves horrible scarring. They can be burnt out, which leaves horrible scarring. No matter what treatment you have done with these, you're going to be left like scarred and disfigured even more. So, in the minute, these are worrying me because sooner or later I'm there at the point where I'm fearing that I'm going to lose more and more of my face.
Treatment must be really painful as well, but...
Yeah, when you have the operations there, because I mean, I normally have them done a local anaesthetic, so I don't like being put to sleep, because I had a problem when last time I was put to sleep.
Did you get really down about it?
Yeah, extremely. Yeah, I mean, it's not, like I try to explain to people, you know, it's not like the mental or physical problems you have. You have all problems with it, you know, ever since this. I mean, who would give someone like me a job like that?
I would in a heartbeat, mate.
Do you know what I mean? You have the financial problems afterwards, you know, and I now have to live with the fact that this is probably going to get worse and worse. There's times, and I'll be honest, there's times when I get so painful with this one, I don't know it, and I just burst, like start to cry, because it can be so agonising, the pain you're in, and there's nothing really, yeah, right, they say have a cut out, but what I'm trying to explain is I'm getting to a point now where being cut open, I'm just, enough's enough. I don't...
understand that, don't you? You understand that, I mean, just almost feels hopeless.
Especially as you mentioned about your sons.
Yeah.
Because it's a condition which is inherited.
What are the chances of them getting that? Do we have to figure?
50-50, get older.
Just a question, I know Vic wants to just have a quick look and I'll step back from that. So you come around here if you want, Vic, and I'll just... Just briefly, without being intrusive, when you look at these sorts of tumours, what are you looking for? What do you...
I mean, with skin... So imagine people present to hospitals or to their GP with skin cancers, and this is all... It's like a skin cancer, except for this one goes away by itself. So skin cancer might show itself in terms of, can you see the colour has changed, it's ulcerating. Does it ever bleed?
Yeah,
you ever get weeping and
get
discharge?
lots, yeah. You can get like a discharge come out of it, and it can be really, really smelly. It's just basically the rotten flesh and everything that's dying inside.
And you say they can get quite large, so obviously these ones are quite large here.
Yeah.
And this part on your cheek as well.
Yeah, that was quite large because it was like that.
So it can be very ulcerating, very large, and that, as you say, adds to the disfigurement that you.
Is there anything else that this
There's no
amazing
guarantee
guy
either.
can do?
The reason why I try to decline having operations is now because they can't guarantee get it all out. You see, because I had 2 tumours here and they removed them, and then what happened when they took it out, it burst the stitches, and then the cancer came back. They said, "I'm very sorry, we didn't get the tumours out," and it all started to close and then come back. So that's what that is again, you see. So there's no guarantee they get it out.
So it made it worse?
Yeah.
And that's what makes it such a.
How do you have the spirit you have? Serious question.
Well, people say that to me. They say, "Oh, you know, you're an inspiration. You know,
You are.
how do you get the strength?" Well, to be honest with you, I don't have a choice to. You know, I've got a wife, I've got kids, I don't have a choice. You know, what do I do? Curl up in a ball? No.
I hope, one of the things I hope for you coming here today, I don't know whether we can find anything else, but I hope there is somebody out there, because maybe, you know, communication between other parties that have it, but it might be hollow words. They're not hollow, it might be nothing but top man.
Thank you.
Respect, and I really appreciate you coming in. We're going to break, we're back next and more from the emergency room. Thanks a lot, bud. Like I say.